What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on in. Come on in. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, Kevin Matson? What's up, bro? Show me some love, guys. What's up? I'm good, KGKM. Yo, y'all invite your followers. What's up, TPM Photo? Just setting a vibe here. How you guys doing? Invite some followers. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be taking it to the next level with our vision. Triggy Roy, what's up, my man? Thanks for the hearts. All right. Please invite your followers. Hi, Miss Carol. Miss Carol. What's up, Prandelli? Everybody's coming on in. Show some love. What's up? We're going to get started here in a second. Let me turn around. What's up? We're just having some fun. About to get this party started. Throw me a thumbs up or let me know if you're new here for the first time. To all my people out there on the webcast, big up to y'all. Photo gal, what's going on, girl? How you doing? Hey, what's going on from Italy? Ciao. How you guys doing? Give me a hi, give me a thumbs up if you're new here. All right, Akunda, how you doing? 06. Guten Tag. Ja, ich habe in Düsseldorf for 3 years gewohnt. We're going to talk about taking your vision to the next level. Couch therapy, I like that. Mike Mode Photos, thanks for joining us. Invite your friends, invite your family. Oh. Restart action page, okay. Briuna, yeah, what's up, ECJSD? Good to see you guys. We're going to be talking about taking vision to the next level in this scope. Invite your followers. All right, here we go, guys. When I see the number get to 15, we're going to get started, guys. All right, you're a maestro. Here we go. 16. Can we get 20? Can we get 20? Can we get 20? 17. 19. Okay, there we go, guys. All right. Well, listen, guys, my name is Vondell Richmond, and we're going to be talking about this session. Here's our agenda, taking vision to the next level. It's super exciting. Let me just go ahead and break it down for you so you can see what where we're headed this session. Today you will learn, no, not stocks, life vision. Today you are going to learn how to motivate yourself in the area of your dream. That's going to be our introduction. What is this about? I'm showing you right now, DJ Pay. I'm showing you about right now. Yeah, some life coaching going on here. 5 dimensions of personal vision. This is what you're going to learn. All right. You're also going to get 3 things here in this session. Number 1, you're going to get 4 keys to unlock your destiny. Then I'm going to teach you 3 tests that you can make to make effective plans in life. Thirdly, we're going to give you a preparation blueprint for achievement. And here's my disclaimer. Everybody ends up somewhere in life. Guess what, guys? You can end up somewhere on purpose. And that's by one of my favorite guys, a guy by the name of Andy Stanley, based out of Atlanta. Okay, so here's our agenda. All right, show some love if you liking and digging our agenda. All right, and I want you to turn the volume up on your smartphone and on your devices because next up is a bit of motivation here. All right, okay. Check this out.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. That some of you already know that it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself and say, God, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to take care of my children and my mother. I'm not trying to steal or rob from anybody. Why did this have to happen to me? For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. There are rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us.
It's very important for you to believe that you are the one.
Yes, I can. Is it in the way? Let me move.
They earn a living and then they die. They stop growing. They stop working on themselves. They stop stretching. They stop pushing themselves. That a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation. And most people don't work on their dreams. Why? One is because of fear. The fear of failure. What if things don't work out? And the fear of success. What if they do and I can't handle it? These are not risk takers.
You spend so much time with other people. You spend so much time trying to get people to like you. You know other people more than you know yourself. You studied them. You know about them. You want to hang out like them. You want to be just like them. And you know what? You've invested so much time in them, you don't know who you are. I challenge you to spend time by yourself.
It's necessary that you get the losers out of your
Hey,
life
what's up, Drama
if
Lou?
you want to live your dream. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning.
When you become the right person, what you do is you start separating yourself from other people. You begin to have a certain uniqueness. As long as you're following other people, as long as you're being a copycat, you will never, ever be the best copycat in the world. But you will be the best you could be.
Yeah, that's Les Brown.
Find your value.
That everybody won't see it. That everybody won't join you. That everybody won't have the vision. It's necessary to know that you are an uncommon breed. It's necessary that you align yourself with people and attract people into your business who are hungry, people who are unstoppable and unreasonable, people who are refusing to leave life just as it is and who want more. The people that are living their dream of finding winners to attach themselves to. The people that are living their dreams of a people that know that if it's going to happen, it's up to them.
If you want to be more successful, if you want to have and do stuff you ain't never done before, number two, I'm asking you to invest in you. To invest in you.
Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. That you don't have to go through life being a victim. And even though you face disappointments, you have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
This is what I believe, and I'm willing to
Hey,
die.
from Miami. I'll speak to you guys in just a
No
second.
matter how bad it is, or how bad it gets, I'm going to make
Thank you for joining.
I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities. And some of you right now, you want to be, you know what I'm saying, you want to go to the next level. I want to counsel, you know, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a doctor. Listen to me. You can't get to that level. You can't get to the level economically where you want to be until you start investing in your mind. You're not reading books. I'm challenging y'all to go to conferences. I dare you to invest time. I dare you to be alone. I dare you to spend an hour getting to know yourself. When you become who you are, when you become the person that you were created to be, designed to be who you were designed to be, when you become an individual, what you do is you take yourself and you start separating yourself from other people. I challenge you to get to a place where people don't like you, it don't even bother you no more. Why? Because you're not concerned with trying to make them happy, because you're trying to grow up. You're trying to get to the next level. I need you to invest in your mind. Invest in your mind. If you still talk about your dream, if you still talk about your goal, but you have not done anything, just take the first step.
that you can make your parent proud, you can make your school proud, you can touch millions of people's lives, and the world will never be the same again because you came this way. Don't let nobody steal your dreams. After we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through. What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win. You can live your dream.
Whew. Well, guys, that video gets me pumped up every time. And there's more to the presentation, but I just wanted to come on and go ahead and formally greet you guys. Thank you for joining. I see people still coming in the room. Let me set up the next slide here. Basically, what we're going to get into this session is we're going to look at how to take your vision, how to take your dream, how to take your life to that next level. All right, so let's just flip the screen back around here. Just wanted to greet you guys. Greetings to all of you. Hola, ciao. I have to learn some more languages here. From Miami, from all over, guys. I just wanted to say hi and thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me here in this this scope today, okay? So I just wanted to say welcome officially, and here's where we're going in the next few moments, okay? So sit back. You want to grab a nice something to drink, something cool. It's a rainy day here on the East Coast, and we're going to get into how to take your life, how to take your vision to the next level. Now, let's first start off by talking is vision, okay? All right, so there basically, guys, are 5 dimensions of vision, okay? Many of us know vision as a corporate term or vision as a church term. That's how I came to know vision. But over the course of studying and coaching, I began to ask myself exactly what is vision? What is this thing we have called vision? You know, you hear people say there are certain people that they know that are visionaries like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. People say Oprah Winfrey, you know, these people are visionaries, and I want you to know that you have vision, and this is how you know you have vision, because I guarantee you, you guys have these 5 dimensions of vision, okay? Vision is made up of our passions, dreams, desires, ideas, and interests, okay? I want you to know that those 5 dimensions are what make up what we call vision. Many times in life, people say, hey, Vondell, you know, can you help me accomplish something in life? And I realize at the end of the day, they're looking for me to help them move forward in one of these 5 dimensions. Now, right now, many of you might be like this little guy here. You may feel boxed in by your limitations in life, you know, whether it be your circumstances and situations of finance, whether it be your circumstance and situation of underemployment. No matter what it is, a lot of us feel very boxed in. But here, my goal, let me ask you this. How many of us feel like we are accomplishing our dreams and goals or advancing toward destiny? Okay, good. Raise of hands, all right? And there are some of you that feel that you are moving forward in life, and there are some of you that are not moving. Okay, thank you for the interaction. You're trying, okay? All right, well, whether you're boxed in or whether you're trying or whether you're on the other side of it, here's what I want to help you do. I want to help you accomplish more in life in the area of your passions, dreams, desires, ideas, and interests. And there are some synonyms to accomplishment. I'm here today to help you achieve your next goal in life. I'm here today to help you fulfill on the things that are important to you. I'm here to help you get greater performance. I'm here to help you execute on a dream or an idea or an interest that you have. And finally, I want you to be fulfilled. And as we can see, accomplishment is an action verb, to achieve or complete successfully, okay? So how many of you feel like you're not achieving? Just give me a thumbs down if you feel like you're not achieving things in life, you're not accomplishing things in life right now. Just show me, all right? And I'm going to keep going. And I already saw feedback from 3 people, and so that shows me that this is relevant, and we're going to keep going. Now, let me ask you another question. It may be rhetorical for some, and it may be just spot on for others. What do you believe you need to get to your next level of life? So go ahead and pump that up on the screen there. Show me what you feel like you may need to get to your next level in life. All right? Well, whatever it is, today I want you to know that we're going to help some of you begin to discover your destiny. Now, I want you to know, okay, focus, good. To be healthy, great, thank you. Right connections, awesome, okay, great. Okay, and focus is a good one. Okay, great. All right. And guys, I'm just going to relax. You know, I feel rushed. My adrenaline is pumping because I'm so excited. But I just want to stop and really show some love and interact with you guys. Making myself accessible to better opportunities. Wow, Amazon Poodle, that is amazing. Okay. Well, through the course of this scope, I hope to help you discover or move closer to your destiny. And I want you guys to know that a lot of people don't know this fact. So I'm not going to pretend like people do, but I want you to know, and I want you to be assured of this fact, that God has a plan for your life, and he wants to make that plan known to you. Now, I'm not here to debate religion or the existence or the non-existence of God, but I happen to believe in God. And I want to share with you right now 4 basic keys that God uses to download what I call divine direction to us in life. Okay, here are the 4 keys. All right. Key number 1, the first way that God downloads divine directions to us is through scriptures. Now, whether you believe in the Bible or not, the scriptures are a roadmap that has helped me oftentimes in life when I have been stuck, confused, out of wits, at my wits' end, and not knowing where to go. Another key that God uses oftentimes in our lives, especially as we go from vision to vision and dream to dream, is God uses circumstances. Okay, and I'm going to give you guys a practical example here in a second. Another key that God uses to download divine direction to us is through the convictions of our own higher judgment, okay? And then the last key that God uses to download divine direction to us is through the inward impressions of what I call God whispers that come often to us as thoughts. Now, many of you, I just want to let you know that I put this teaching together for a college retreat. I'm a former Rutgers professor, and there was a college retreat that my church went on, so that's where these notes come from, okay? Thank you. Yeah. So how to get effective results in your life, okay? Here's 3 tests that you can submit to getting more effective results, and I'm going to take after this slide. I'm going to show you using the 4 keys and these 3 tests how it worked and how it looked in my life and how it might connect and look in your life. Okay, thank you so much. All right. First of all, when you're trying to make a decision in life or move to the next level in the area of your vision or your dimension, I want you to know that there's always going to come a word test. Again, that's going back to scriptures. First thing you want to know is my desire, is my vision, is the area of my passion, dream, desire, idea, or interest in direct conflict with humanity? Is it in direct conflict with what God says in the Bible? All right. And you don't have to be a Bible scholar to figure this out. Some of it's just, intuition. For example, Bernie Madoff. That was not scriptural. You know what I mean? Some of the things that we do in life just are not responsible to ourselves and not responsible to those in our lives. So anytime you come to the crossroads about whether something's going to be effective or not, just ask yourself the question, would God approve of this? Or would my mother or would my father, in their purest of hearts, out of their love for me, would they approve of this? Is this desire that I even have in my area, my vision, scriptural? Then there is the second test, which is the time test. This is one of my favorite ones. Over time, has the intensity of my desire grown or diminished? Meaning, oftentimes, I'll liken it to things that we do in the course of a day. There's many thoughts that pass our minds on a daily basis, what to eat, what to wear. But when it comes to those long-term vision-related dreams in our hearts, one of the things we have to ask ourselves is, was that a fleeting thought? Meaning, like, was it gone from my heart, in 24 to 48 hours, or is this something that keeps coming up over and over and over again? All right. I'm going to give you guys an example in a second. Because what you'll find is that true life vision, things that you are very passionate about, those things linger with us. So I want you guys to think real deeply right now, real introspectively, and ask yourself, what are some things that have been just sort of nagging at me in a good way? What are some things that just won't let me go? Is it to get married? Is it to start a business? Is it to go back to school? Is it to, bust out of your career and start a new career? Is it to start something part-time? What are those things that just won't let me go? They keep me up at night. Sometimes they worry us. Other times, losing weight, time management, having kids. Absolutely. So if those things, Nikki, I think I'm pronouncing that right, have been weighing on you, then it's probably an indication that you need to get going on those areas, okay? And then the last test, guys, is the door test. This is huge. A lot of times, as a Christian, as I have prayed and I felt like, God maybe didn't speak directly to me. I give you an example. One time there was a young lady that I had a crush on at church, and she was beautiful, guys. I'm talking about Beyonce, gorgeous. And one of the things that happened was, I knew that my desire to be married was scriptural. So it passed the word test. And then over time, you know, I just kept asking myself, man, what is it that you really like about this young lady, man? She was beautiful. She was everything that I thought that I was looking for in a significant other. And then this third test was the one that really made a lot of sense to me. Has God opened a door of opportunity so I can pursue my desire? And to be honest with you guys, although that desire for being in a relationship or getting to know this young lady on a deeper level passed the word and the time test, it did not fly when it came to the door test, because over time, this young lady she stopped being present at church. You know, she wasn't as available. And just over time, the door of opportunity, the window of opportunity, as we often say, just wasn't open. Awesome, Lily. Yeah, and we can talk about this more. Let me give you guys another example of how this looks on the court in life. Once upon a time, guys, I had graduated from North Carolina A&T State University, and I started graduate school at the University of Florida. Now, as you can clearly see, going to college and bettering yourself through education is not against the will of God. Over time, this was something that grew in me. I wanted to go and pursue my graduate studies. But then when I got there, you know, the door had been open and I was at the University of Florida, and I was at a crossroads, guys, trying to figure out why I didn't like the University of Florida, why some things just were burning in me to leave that place. I just couldn't figure it out. And then it finally hit me after spending some time speaking to the professors and looking at what the program at the University of Florida was teaching versus where it was I wanted to end up in my life as a professional actor. I just began to see that this may have not been the best door for me to have taken to fulfill on that vision in my life. You know, I have a passion for acting. I've been acting for more than 35 years. I have a desire to act. I have an interest in acting, and I have a lot of ideas for how to bring characters to life. And so I began to jiggle new doorknobs, and this is where I actually learned how to be more effective in my vision pursuits. So for me, it's not that I wasn't doing and wasn't active, but I had to take a different course of action. And that's when I discovered these 3 tests. So over time, what happened was I began to pray to God and think about transferring, to another university. I don't know how many of you know, but sometimes when you get going in life, you sometimes need to change directions, okay? So that's a couple of examples, and we can talk later. Now, let me give you a preparation blueprint, okay? All right? Let me just check in with you guys. Is this okay? Show me some hearts, give me some love. Is this information relevant? Okay, cool, 100. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Okay, let me give you a preparation blueprint here. Here's one of my favorite quotes by Aristotle, because I know some of you right now are on this scope, and some of you will get off the scope and get into the next scope. But my prayer for you today is that you will get off the scope at some point, or you will find time this evening, you will find time later on this week to begin to take different actions, okay? All right? Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. And I thought this picture sort of summed it up. The same old thinking gets us the same old results, which leads to more of the same thinking, which leads to more of the same old results. And before long, guys, you end up in this vicious cycle. Yeah, I see some people saying, you become what you think about. It's so true, somebody said. Say it. Yeah, you have to change that. You absolutely have to do it. But now, do you know how to change it? Yeah, you over worry. And you know what? Here's a couple of nuggets that I'm going to throw in here. This wasn't in my notes, but I'm going to throw this in based on you guys' feedback here. One of the things I used to tell my Rutgers students is fear. A lot of people have cool acronyms for fear. I've heard things like false evidence appearing real. I've heard things like, I forget the other one that it's not coming to mind right now. But here's my definition of fear, okay, guys? Fear is nothing more, nothing less than an absence of information. I'll say it again. Fear is nothing more and nothing less than an absence of information. Think about it from this perspective, okay? I'll use the analogy of a young child, maybe 5 years old. A young child goes into a room and sees nothing but darkness, right? And the child begins to fear, oh my God, I don't know what's in there, mommy, daddy, I don't want to go in that room. And what happens? Mom, dad, a grown-up, someone else, or maybe another sibling comes along and flips the light switch on. What happens when they flip the light switch on is the adult then begins to share and educate the kid on what's in the room. You know, that's the old refrigerator making noise. That's the oven that's, you know, rattling and making some noise. It happened to be on. And basically what happened was you pretty much gave that child some more information to fill in the gaps of absent information that they had. And so now the child is empowered. The kid knows, and the kid gains confidence. And what happens the next time that an adult or somebody, you know, walks by that room and says, oh, we don't want to go in that room, the child steps up and says, no, we don't have anything to be fearful of. There's no monsters in there. I've got some new information. You know, that's a refrigerator. You know, that's the oven that mommy showed me. These are the things that now empower that child to be able to move forward in the area of their passion, dream, desire, ideas, and interests. And in this case, it's just a simple interest of what's over in the room. So just as it is with the kid, you are at a standstill when it comes to your vision in an area of your powers, your passions, dreams, desires, ideas, and interests. I challenge you to go get some information. I challenge you to reach out to someone you know in that particular thing that you want to do, and tear down your old thinking, tear down your old results, and begin to build a new paradigm of information. All right? Moving forward, I'm going to give you 3 action steps, because how many of you know nothing changes nothing changes if nothing changes? Okay, so here are 3 action steps, a blueprint that you can begin to use to move out of your same old ways of thinking and getting new results. Okay, so here's a 3-step formula that I use that I found success with, guys. Okay, the first step is I want you to write. I want you to write. It seems so simple, but I want you to write. And I'm taking this from an ancient prophet of God by the name of Habakkuk. And it comes right out of Scripture. And Habakkuk writes in his small book of prophecy. Habakkuk, let me give you a little bit of background. Habakkuk was wondering, I don't know if you remember in the Bible the story of Jonah and the well, where there was another prophet by the name of Habakkuk who began to wonder how come God wasn't seeming to do anything about his circumstance and situation. And many of us may have been there in life. You know what I mean? You're saying, God, you know, I like Les Brown said in the video, you know, my family, you know, what's going on with my family? You know, my family situation and circumstance doesn't seem to be moving. My career, family, circumstance doesn't seem to be moving. My financial situation, my health situation doesn't seem to be moving. God, do something. Why don't you do something? Whether you believe in God or not. Sometimes in life you just have that question. Why is anything changing? Well, here's what God himself told this prophet. God answered Habakkuk, and he told Habakkuk, hey, Habakkuk, buddy, write this. Write what you see. Write what you envision. Write it out in big block letters so that it can be read on the run. Meaning, I want you to get in action, Habakkuk. This vision message is a witness. It's evidence pointing to what's coming, and it aches for the coming, okay? It can hardly wait. And it doesn't lie. If it seems slow in coming, wait. Be patient. It's on its way. It will come right on time. So I have a question. Currently, of all the things that you have in your head, of all the things that you have in your heart, whether it be a business, whether it be a ministry, for that marriage that I saw someone, chime in about, whether it be for more income for your business or more a promotion on your job, or, you know, becoming the leader that you've always wanted to be. Do you have a written vision? Do you have it specifically written down? Do you have it written down? Have you ever put it to paper? Okay, so the first action step that I want you to take after this scope today is I want you to write your vision, okay? Secondly, okay, good. So I want you to write it down, okay? I want you to plan, okay? And we're going to look at this in a second, all right? Here's another prophet that God spoke to. This is from Jeremiah, another prophet of God. God tells Jeremiah, you know what? I know the thoughts and plans that I have for you, says the Lord. Thoughts and plans for your good welfare and peace, and not for evil, to give you hope, expectation in your final outcome. Now, I don't know if this is you today, but I want you to realize that a plan equals an arrangement in advance, and it's very specific. What plans do we need to get us to the next level? I want you to think about it. I want you to sit down and just think through, you know, what's going to get me to my next station in life? For example, I have a business and I begin to look and say, you know what? I want 5 new teammates in my business. And I began to envision it. I began to write it out. I write my plans. I write my vision like this. I write it in the form of affirmations. I am so happy and grateful now that I assume through gratitude, what it is I want. And I just write it in my journal. I say, and I'll give that to you again. I am so happy and grateful now that, meaning it's current, it's in the moment, it's present. I keep all of my visions present. And then I say whatever it is I want. So, for example, for my new teammates, I said, I am so happy and grateful now that international business partners are coming into my business. That's what I write down. Then I put plans. So right under this step, I would say, I will, get online and go to, hey, Sarah, I will get online and I will go to LinkedIn and I will meet 2 new people per day in an international market. Those are the specific written plans that I begin to plan out. Now, I want to ask you this question. How can we, as a group of Periscopers, capitalize on the treasure? I call humans treasures. Each of you are a gift. We are human capital, gathered in this scope presently. How can we capitalize on each other? I'm going to tell you how you can do that. You can click on the profile. I couldn't think of it. You can click on the profile of individuals and find out what they do. Figure out, what it is that you want to do, what steps you want to take, and then find people. One of the things I did last night, I did a scope on, let me just put this on the court. I feel like I'm rambling. But last night I did a scope on home-based business opportunities, and I had 105 people come in. Now, most of you are probably scoping and then just putting the scope on the thread, which is fine, and they disappear after 24 hours, just FYI. But one of the things that I took time to do, and I'll show it to you right now, is I wrote down the names of every individual that came into that scope. I wrote down their Twitter handle right here. And I looked them up, and they're the number of hearts that each individual gave me. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reach out and I'm going to begin to make relationships, build relationships with each one of these individuals. Because guess what, guys? This is 106 individuals that I didn't know, and they're global. I mean, I had a guy from Turkey come on, Istanbul. I had people in different walks of life. Someone was from Africa. Miss Holly G, I think, is on this thread. I'm going to reach out and she's going to become a friend of mine. Miss Cy Fox works in media. These are people that I'm going to reach out and build relationships with. Right after I got off, there was another guy down here, Mr. Michael Downs. He's in Maryland, so I'm going to reach out to him. So that's what it looks like to be specific in your plans. I don't know how to make it any more plainer than that. Let's move on. So action step number 2 is to develop your plan of action, okay? And then action step number 3 is another piece of advice that God gave to another prophet, Nehemiah, another ancient prophet of God. Nehemiah used to be a cupbearer for a king in Scripture, and he watched his hometown go into ruins. And he didn't have the resources to rebuild and do what it is he felt in his heart to do. And that's how many of you may feel today on this scope. You may feel like, I don't have enough money. I don't have the resources. I don't know enough people. I saw some of those comments earlier. Well, I'm going to give you a practical demonstration of how this came into my life right after I read what God told Nehemiah. Then I told them, Nehemiah says, of the hand of my God, which was upon me for good, and also the words that the king had spoken to me, and they said, let us rise up and build. So they strengthened their hands for the good work. So Nehemiah was a cupbearer, and back in biblical days, ancient times, that was a really important job because people would try to kill the king. And what Nehemiah's job was his job was to make sure that the king never got poisoned, that the king would be around a long time. And basically what he did, it would be the equivalent of modern day assassination. People would poison the king. So as the cupbearer, Nehemiah's job was to make sure that nothing toxic, poisonous, or dangerous would be in the king's goblet, goblet when he drank. So that was his job. And because Nehemiah did an amazing job in that position, he went to the king one day and he asked the king, would he grant him permission and resources to go back to his hometown, which had been burned down to a rubble and a ruin, and help him build and restore his hometown. So the king, because he found favor, the king granted favor to Nehemiah, and Nehemiah was able to then take those resources, a bunch of horses, and go back to his hometown and privately begin to rebuild. And that may be where some of you are. Well, let me give you another on-the-court example of how this played out in my life. A few years ago, I wanted to make a movie, and that was a dream of mine. I used to tell people I want to make a movie, and I used to say to people one day when I meet Steven Spielberg, and when I meet Spielberg, or when I meet Spike Lee, who was a hot filmmaker at the time, I'm gonna get them to make my movie. I'm gonna partner with them. And so what happened was, I didn't know how to write screenplays. I didn't know how to write anything. I was in undergrad. I had no money. I was in school in North Carolina, and I just knew how to. I'd taken one playwriting course, guys. And what ended up happening was, I said to myself, I'm going to write this idea. Remember, vision is an idea, one of the 5 dimensions. I'm going to write this idea down and capture it on paper. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it next, because I figured at that particular time that the worst thing that could have happened to me was that I had this great idea up here in my head and this passion for doing films. And God opened up and make an opportunity for me to meet Steven Spielberg or Spike Lee or John Singleton or whoever. And the worst thing that I would hate for them to have said to me was, that's a great idea. Where is it? So thinking with that thought in mind, what I did was I wrote the script. I just started writing. I didn't know how to do formatting. I didn't know how to anything. I just wrote the story. And lo and behold, I met a filmmaker. Before I graduated undergrad, one summer, I was getting ready to go to Minnesota to take part in this acting program, and I ran into a young lady. Actually, no, I take that back. I ran into my secretary at church. Watch this, guys. I ran into my secretary at church, who I had told my vision to. Remember, write the vision, make it plain. I had written this down in my journal, and I began to speak things to people. I began to share people my dream of having, breaking into the movie industry, having this screenplay one day. And the church secretary, her name was Pam, at that particular time, one day walking through the office, she got my attention. She says, "Hey, Vondell, come here in the office for a second." So I went in her office, and she handed me a letter, guys. And this letter was sent, someone had sent it to the church. This letter was an introductory letter from a second-year film student from Columbia University, who said that she was looking for fellow Christians to make this, to help her with her film. So I took the letter home, and I called the number at the bottom of the letter, and I met the young lady, and she had just joined our church. And we got to talking, and I said, "Listen, I won't be around this summer, but I will introduce you to the people at my church who do film and television and are into acting and the arts and everything. But, talk to you later after the summer." So here's the short of the long. During the course of that summer, Avril happened to be her name, and she ended up directing my first film. Avril actually reached out to me over the course of the summer and said, "Hey, Vondell, I'm working on my 3rd-year film project, and I need some source material. Do you have anything? I heard you mention you wrote a play." And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "If I email it to you, will you take a read and tell me what you think? And if you like it, we can maybe talk about collaboration." So I emailed her my script. It was in a play format. I want you to get this, guys. It was in a play format at the time, and it was tentatively titled 5 Women in Search of a Good Man. And lo and behold, that summer, Avril called me back, or emailed me, one or the other, and she said, "Vondell, this is an amazing story. I like it. Can I do this for my senior thesis?" And I was just floored. And I said, "Yeah, under one condition. You teach me how to write a screenplay." And I think that was it. Like, yeah, if you teach me how to write a screenplay was my only condition. And she said, "Absolutely." So I learned how to take that, my story and my play script, and format it, just by her, teaching me what she knew. And guys, I had no money. I had no resources. I didn't know who was going to be in it. I didn't know who was going to produce it. And after I came back that summer, coming out of grad school, my 3rd year, after that summer, that was my 2nd year, my 3rd year, we began pre-production on my film, guys. And it's amazing. Like, I'm almost coming to tears now just remembering that moment. And one of my dreams came true that I had, that wasn't going to come true like until 10 or 15 years up the road. But because I was obedient to these principles that I'm teaching you guys today, it blew my wildest dreams. Then, if that weren't enough, we got the movie in the can. I mean, guys, we shot on location in DC. We shot on location in New York. We shot on location in New Jersey. And every step of the way, guys, I began to realize how those actors and that producer and the audience that ended up seeing my movie, never would have an opportunity to have worked, to have flexed their skills and gifts, if it had not been for me first sitting down, putting my vision on paper. And I want you guys to really get this, because someone's dreams can't take off until you bust a move. You know what I mean? Think about it. Whether you want to be a business owner or whatever, somebody is waiting on you to do your part so they can do their part and add unto what it is you're doing. Okay, guys? And I'm really getting worked up. I mean, this really is real for me. Okay, guys? So that was just a practical example. By the way, that movie went on to win 5 film festivals. Thank God. Praise God. I lost a job in the midst of when we finished making that movie. Thank you. You're blessing my soul for being here, Amazon Poodle. That movie, guys, when it was finished, I want you to get this. I had lost my full-time job, and that movie was in the can. And Two things I want to leave you with. I know this may be getting long, but I want you guys to really get this, and I want you to see how miracles are waiting to show up when you follow these 3 steps. So fast forward. We came to a point in the film where we needed music and we needed finances to get the DVD and to move the project forward. I didn't have any money. Remember that, guys. And we're talking like every bit of 2006, every bit of 2007. So we were looking for music. And I'll never forget the day that Avril said she was going to the American Black Film Festival in New York, the African American, the ABFF, whatever it's called. No disrespect to them. And she came back and we kind of had a chuckle because she said she met a young lady. Get this, guys. She met a young lady in a music segment, and they exchanged cards. And this young lady was the assistant of somebody very famous. And Avril, she said that the young lady said she worked for this guy by the name of Ray. And she said Ray Chu. And we kind of chuckled and we were like, could that be, the Ray Chu from the Apollo? And it turns out, guys, that this assistant was the assistant to the one and only Ray Chu. And you may not know Ray Chu's name, but you know his work. He's done musical direction and production for everybody from T.I. to Michael Jackson to the VH1 Awards. We had Ray Chu do music for my very first film, guys. And we sat with him in his home in Teaneck, New Jersey. And the day he was sitting there creating the main theme for my movie, the name of my movie, Sophisticated Romance, I asked Ray, I said, Ray, how is it that I'm sitting here? How did I get a chance to get here? And Ray said, Vondell, I was looking for some filmmakers to get involved with. He said, I literally was taking movies like The Matrix and The Firm and movies like that, Star Wars, and I was taking the soundtrack off of them, doing my own version of the music just to get practice because I've always wanted to, he said, break into film and television scoring. So guys, I don't know about you, but that just blows my mind. And then Ray Chu looked at me and he said, I sent my assistant to the festival to come back with 5 or 6 names that I can do music for, and yours was one of the 5. And after looking at the projects and after listening to everything you guys were talking about, he looked at me and he said, Vondell, you have an amazing voice as a filmmaker. He said, Vondell, you're actually a brother who's saying something, and no disrespect to anybody else's stuff and project, but he said, this ain't soul playing. He said, you actually have an intelligent film. And he said, I'll be honest, you can't afford me, but because I'm looking to move in this direction, this project fits the bill. And guys, that's how I got the music done for my film. All right. Yes, this is how we have to start taking action. Close up. So, our purpose is practical encouragement. So I hope that today I've practically been encouraging you guys with some real life examples. Okay. And, I want to know, did you get what you hoped for or expected to have, leave here with today? And then I want to talk about how we can continue to support each other. Okay, guys, so this is big. So let's talk briefly about the dreams that we are building in this season, with the individuals in this scope. I want you guys to go to a Facebook group that I created. So action step number 3 is to go start building. And I want you guys to join me on Facebook. This is the only way I could think to stay connected because, as you know, these things disappear after 24 hours. But I created a Facebook group for us, and it's called Vondell Richmond Presents Periscope Lifestyle Stream. So my goal is to begin to create lifestyle streams like this for us to get value so we can move forward in life, okay? All right, so guys, I want to thank you. Here's some other resources for further reading. These are some resources that I've used throughout the years that have helped me put all this together. For example, and this is also posted in the Facebook group if you don't see this replay. One of the books that I suggest that you check out is called Visioneering by Andy Stanley. Another book is by Andy Stanley, who I happen to love dearly. It's called Principle of the Path. I actually used to teach that book at Rutgers to my students. Putting Your Dream to the Test by John Maxwell, just an amazing book, and these are all names you guys know. There's another one called The Assignment by Mike Murdoch. Man, that's a powerful book. Maximize the Moment by T.D. Jakes, and Unlocking Power in the Dream Dimension by Bishop Clarence McClendon. I think he was on the show Pastors of LA or something like that. All right, guys, I want you to also thank you for joining the group. There, I see somebody said you joined the group. If you want to follow me on Twitter, there's my Twitter handle. And guys, I want you to also remember just how powerful this platform is. No problem, Sarah. Periscope, exploring the world through someone else's eyes. And that's all I wanted to do here, guys. Thank you for showing me some love. Thank you for being here. I just wanted to explore the world of vision and talk to you directly. I just wanted to explore the world of vision. My arm's tired. Yeah, I love this app too. I just wanted to explore the dimension of vision and dreams and give you guys another perspective because I know it gets challenging. Okay, guys. Well, you're welcome to stay here and talk it up some more. Does anybody have any questions? Let me just get over there and ask, does anybody have any questions? Put them down in the chat. Has this been helpful to anybody? I hope so. I mean, guys, I've been up all morning preparing these slides. Thumbs up. Thank you, Sarah. Yes. All right. Guys, if I get emotional, just rock with it, man. Just rock with it. Yes. You guys don't know all the things that, I've been through and all the things that I've suffered through just to be here at this moment. All right. Hey, Jesse Greens. Hey, man, welcome, whether you're a guy or a girl. Okay, guys, well, I'm gonna wrap it up here. And again, share this with people. I'm glad there's people like, oh, thank you. Am I saying it, Nikki, Nisi? Am I saying it right? Thank you. I'm glad there's people like you in the world. This was powerful. Thank you so much. I have a dream to sing, and it's my passion to bless someone's souls will be saved. Oh, man, awesome. Well, guys, join that group because there's more that I don't want to take up time on here. So join the Facebook group, invite people to join, and these are the kind of things that I'm going to be scoping about. So Vondo Richmond presents Periscope Lifestyle Stream. Okay, guys, signing off. Much love to all of you. And remember, I'm going to be providing life-changing information through education, entertainment, and personal encouragement. And remember, keep creating. Love you guys.